Does this mean that the NLC is planning to demand that these services be restored in the affected states? Are we hoping to see a protest or, a planned strike in this regard?
Well, the Okada Writers Association, are members of the NLC. We are still interfacing with them, and then I can tell you that some of them have had audience with some of these people, including the intended meeting with the Minister of the FCT, for them to see from the side of the poor, for them to see from the side of this class of people. Not just them, but the people that patronize them. If you know thousands and millions of people that patronize them, you will discover that they don't have any other source apart from using the Okada. So if there is proper reasoning, there could be a balance. But if it is just that the poor must die, then too bad.
We have to go now, comrade. In a minute, you have suspended this strike for 30 days. I'm just wondering how you intend to measure government's performance, along the line of the agreements you've had, particularly in the area of refineries, issues like state government and local governments, and even the private sector given a wage increase, and some other issues. There's also the CNG-powered buses that the president admitted that there was a long process, but they're doing all they can to shorten that process. How do you intend to measure government performance in 30 days?
Well, the issue is not measuring government performance in 30 days. There are stages that must be followed. Now, like the one we are talking of refineries, what was stated there was that there will be a joint visit to the refinery, especially Port Harcourt refinery, which Mr. President promised will be ready by December. Now, the essence of that is to go within these 30 days to find out the level of preparedness for it to start operation by December. That is it. It's not because it will start production within 30 days. The same thing with CNG. CNG buses will equally follow up with the processes, of sending for them, buying, importing those facilities, and the level, of performance, in these contracts awarded. The same thing with the state governments and private sector. As of today, we have sent out letters to our colleagues, our state chairmen and secretaries, all our industrial unions, for them to start the process of engagement. It is expected that those that are serious can finish negotiation around this line within the next 1 month, or some would have gone to advanced stage, and you will see that action is not only done, but it's seen to be on. So those are some of the measures that we can look at, and within the next 1 month, the implementation of even what has been approved by the federal government and others would have been there. There are other issues that have 2 weeks, for us to get back, and those ones will measure them to see whether they are followed or not. I think it's important that that clause of 30 days should be there.
President, Nigeria Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajaero, thank you so much for talking to us on Beyond 100 Days.